Prodigal Steve returns to the darkest dungeon. How's it going, everybody? Last episode, we exacted our revenge upon the Brigand 8-pounder quite handily, if I may say so myself. We ended up leveling up Peveril and Pansevolt, who are actually coming with us on today's mission. Perhaps despite my better judgment, I'm going to go in to the Weald, try and kill the hag. My thought process here is, I've killed 3 bosses in the ruins, and 2 bosses now in the Weald. I used a level 3 party to kill the Necromancer, so I think we can probably use a level 3 party to kill the hag. I think. Now, if I do this, I'm going to spend like half of our gold upgrading skills and equipment. But I think we can pull it off. I'm going to be real disappointed if I lose a level 3 upgraded Hellion. The rest of them, the Houndmaster I would be disappointed with as well. I think this will be fine, though. Oh, I really hope I don't... If things get bad, I'm just going to retreat. If we end up with 2 or 3 people on death's door, I'm just getting out. That's how we're going to do this week. And then if things do go sideways, we'll spend a couple of weeks maybe grinding up some money and go from there. But for now... These skills are actually fine. These are the skills that I need to upgrade. Definitely want Judgment upgraded. Divine Grace, Divine Comfort. I was thinking about doing Mace Bash, but honestly, if we get to the point where our Vestal is up front enough to use that, we're getting out anyway. So, let's just go with the Stun. And that should be sufficient. So now let's head to the Blacksmith. You need your stuff upgraded. Why is it... Oh, right. We upgraded our blacksmith last week, so our weapons can now go to level 4. Well, that is beyond our financial situation right now. But I am excited at that prospect. We need a ton of crests and deeds, honestly. Which... now that I see this, is furthering my desire to complete this this quest. All right, we might need a ton of money for provisions here. So... let's look at some stuff that we don't need. Oh, Jesus. That was a mistake. I did not mean to hit unequip all trinkets. Alright, I meant to hit sort. Well, we get to put our trinkets back on, and I guess I could go over those now. We're going to go full damage, as always, with our Hellion, and we're going to use the new Legendary Bracer. What did I have on you? Ooh, no. Archer's Ring. and Book of Intuition. I went full dodge with our Occultist. And then our Vestal gets Sacred Scroll, obviously. And then I did go with the Youth Chalice for some extra HP, since we are going in on a boss fight. And the reduced damage is actually mitigated if our torch is above 75 anyway. So those are the trinkets we're going to take with us. What trinkets do we want to sell? Alright, we don't need... Actually, you know what? Let's see how we're looking provision-wise. Actually, you know what? Let's sell this stuff back. That takes us through camping. 1 hunger check, 2, and 3. It's a medium mission. That should be sufficient torch-wise. 2 shovels. I'll bring just the 1 key. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go... we're definitely gonna have to go for a gold run next time. Oh, if we fail this quest, we're gonna be in a real bad spot. Let's do it.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together, we began to plant, harvest, and brew. There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Well, this is terrible. I really doubt that our boss is here. I suspect that she's in one of these 2 rooms. More likely this one than this one. But hopefully we can get some scouting and figure it out going forward here. I don't care about the stump. Okay, this has a lock on it. We could use a shovel. I think we're just going to move along and see how we look afterwards on that. Remember to burn a torch here. We did get scouting, thankfully. Okay. So now we know that there was no point in going down this way. And our first battle is going to be a hallway battle, actually. You know, I want Iron Swan number 1, Wicked Hack number 2, Breakthrough 3, and then Barbaric Yop number 4. Okay. How do yours look? Hound's Rush, Hound's Harry. That's fine. I don't need to keep opening these. Weakening Curse. Yeah, that's acceptable. That needs to get switched up. Probably should have sorted this out beforehand, but honestly, this is fine. Alright, there we go. That is much better. Okay, let's move forward here. Hopefully we can keep getting some scouting. Nope, definitely don't want that. Nobody needs speed downs. I kind of wish I could have brought a Jester with, just for the buffs. I'm really coming around on the Jester of late. Alright, I want to consolidate that and then switch so that our short pile is in the front. That way when I use the hotkey to burn torches, it'll take from that small pile and we'll have 1 partial as opposed to 2. Okay, let's see what our first battle is. Could be easy, might not be though. Let's see. 4 to 7, 3 to 5. Doesn't really matter. Ooh, that's good. We actually did get the crit. We had like a 14.5% chance to get it, but I didn't expect it, honestly. Oh, that stun is, that's gonna hurt. How's Judgment look? 5 to 11? Well, they can't all be wins. Wicked Hack for the one that hasn't moved yet. Alright, that feels pretty good. This shouldn't really have been a two-turn battle, but that stun was a little rough. Hound's Rush is 9 to 14. What about Blackjack? 3 to 5. Oh, because that has a stun associated with it.
As the fiend falls,
I really need to start working on using my party's skills more effectively. Like, Hellion is case in point. I only have 2 skills that are fully upgraded because I know they're the only 2 skills I use with her. I think my quests would go a lot better if I were a little more adaptable. Room Battle with Curio. Room Battle with Curio. This is like a ton of Curios, but I am largely disinterested in everything down this branch. So we have 3 battles coming up here in fairly quick succession. Let's burn a torch before we do this fight.
the path is clear.
This doesn't have to be terrible, but it could be.
Strength to follow it.
With these 2 being able to bleed and also debuff us, could get a little rough. Let's try and pull her up to the front. She resisted the move, unfortunately. Nobody really needs healing, so let's throw out a judgment on this guy here in the front. We could hack him as well. Oh, he dodged, actually. That is incredibly unfortunate. These enemies are a little tougher than I would like them to be, admittedly. The spiders weren't bad, but honestly, you probably shouldn't expect the spiders to be that terrible. I'm beginning to think that perhaps we are slightly underprepared level-wise for this battle, or for this mission. That full dodge build. Yeah, I think we just... Oh, she's gonna die to the bleed anyway, alright. 10 damage is real good. Hopefully we can actually get him killed before he gets to move. It seems unlikely. So we'll throw out a heal, hope we don't get bled. 5 to 11? It could happen. It did not. Probably should have healed our Houndmaster there. That was a severe misplay on my part. Okay. Our Hellion finally accomplished something. Might as well heal him, because he's bled anyway. And that crit heal does wonders for my mental state, as well as my party's mental state.
On its own.
Alright, we gotta give him a bandage. He's in a rough spot. You know what? Heal yourself, actually. No. I was gonna say heal himself, and then our Vestal and Hellion can attack the Gladiator. Alright, her speed is 0. Alright, I just wanted to make sure, guaranteed, that our Vestal was gonna go before our Hellion, so that our Houndmaster can be healed this battle. Alright, the bleed helps. Divine Grace for 7. Exactly what he was gonna get healed for anyway. And Hellion finishes the job. And we got some deeds and some gold and a charm that I don't, or a trinket that I don't especially care about. probably gonna sell that. We need to clear out some of the garbage trinkets that we have.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
I'm quite fond of the amount of gold that we're getting here early. Oh, what in the world? No, I'm not. Whatever this altar is, I am not interested. We got to get rid of these guys. As soon as is humanly possible. So, what's their bleed resist? 40? Alright, 6 damage is good. I hate the mark, but I don't think any of these enemies have attacks that that's gonna be bad. That do bonus damage to marked targets. Oh, the double dodge. That's rough. Nope, Iron Swan. Sorry. Oh, the kill here would be so good. Not quite, unfortunately. I think now is time for a party heal. 3 damage across the board is pretty good. Five damage, come on. And he's 1 point off of the bleed, killing it. Oh, we're in kind of a rough spot, unfortunately. At least our Houndmaster went before the stun got him. That blight is so bad. Yeah, continue throwing out the party heals. I guess start attacking this guy? Because the bleed's going to take care of that one next turn. This thing has 51 HP. That is a little ridiculous. Yeah, let's pull this guy to the front, actually. Okay. No corpse there, which is fine. I don't want to leave corpses lying around with this thing, just because it'll presumably only grow larger. Get back up here. Thank you. Man, this battle already is quite rough. The status effects, everything else. 4 to 8. I think we just party heal, honestly. I want to keep our HP up. Yeah, let's debuff the big guy here. How bad's that? Not terrible. Alright, that's gonna kill it. Beautiful. Solve that problem. And now we can hack through this guy. Alright. Oh, this thing actually got bled. That's a little surprising to me. Ooh, our damage dealers both got stunned. That's incredibly unfortunate. Yeah, weakening curse again, I suppose. It's doing 70% less damage, which is fantastic. I'm just gonna keep healing. I want to keep our HP as high as possible, especially when we have blight still on one of our party members. Okay. Definitely take that. Definitely take the food and the gold. What's this? Eldritch Altar. Not interested. He only has 1 round left. I do want to do this. Yeah, we'll definitely take 8 food. that puts everybody at full HP except for our Vestal. And she's only off by 1. So we're in a pretty good spot HP and stress-wise, all things considered. Plus our supplies are okay. I would like to see, you know, some more bandages or anti-venom, etc. But it is what it is. Only one of our party members has stress on them, so I guess I shouldn't necessarily be as worried as I am. I'm gonna burn a torch.
As the light gains purchase,
Might be a little unnecessary, but it makes me feel better.
is made clear.
Because we can get the surprise off. Okay. That feels good. Alright, I want to try and guarantee that this, at least one of these two is deceased at the end of this turn. 11 damage plus Iron Swan should do it. So then let's start in on... We only have a 59% chance to hit. Yeah, we got it done, though. Alright, Iron Swan
Press this
for
advantage.
12.
Give them no quarter.
That feels good. Let's pull this Enchantress to the front for 6 damage. That actually feels real good. Ooh, that stress is a little rough. Yeah, this is fine. 5 damage, not the worst, but I would like it to be a miss or a dodge or just 0. Please don't push me back. Ah. Okay. That leaves us in a real rough spot. Oh my god, they have 28 HP. Alright, let's try and stun one of you. Okay, that helps. I guess party heal? I don't know. I don't know what to do in this situation. Okay, she's gonna take some debuffs, but she can move up while attacking. So, not the end of the world. We might be able to get the kill here. We did. Okay, that feels good. Now we just have those two to worry about. Stun the one that I didn't stun last time? Yeah. Okay. Just in the nick of time, too. Let's heal our Hellion. 3 rounds of reduced damage. Nah, I think she has to break through again. Oh, and they're just gonna dodge it. So she took a debuff for nothing. Fantastic. I should have pulled to clear the corpse, but it's largely irrelevant, I think. You know what? Let's just keep this stun train rolling. If we only need to take 1 attack per round, I'm much happier for it. And we'll focus in on this one if we can, since it does have the lower HP of the two. And you know what? Pull you up to the front. Beautiful. Wicked Hack isn't going to do a lot since she is debuffed pretty heavily. But 8 damage is not insignificant. Okay. He had a 90% chance to average a kill. So I felt pretty good about that. And now I guess we just throw out Weakening Curses to reduce this Joker's damage as much as we can. Heal our Hellion up while we have the opportunity. Stress is starting to creep up, and some more blight, unfortunately. 5 damage is not really what I want to see, but we only have one more round of debuff left, so... let's go ahead and stun you if we can. We might be able to kill that thing before it gets another attack, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's doing significantly less damage than it would be otherwise. Alright, we just need 5 damage before it gets a turn. We could theoretically get it here. That'll do it. Alright, that feels pretty good. That battle was a little bit longer than I would have liked it to be. 2 more points of damage. Not super concerned about it. I do want these emeralds, because that's 1,000 gold. So you know what? The debuff charm is not worth 1,000 gold to me. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for this for sure. If even if our boss fight goes sideways, we can retreat from combat, come back here, snuff the torch, collect whatever treasure is in here, and then abandon the quest. So, unfortunately, we do not have scouting here moving forward.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
I should be searching these trees and stuff, but I think it's just a little too risky. Alright, let's burn another torch. We still have 12 torches left, so I'm not really concerned about that. Alright, we did get scouting here. Obstacle, and there's our boss. And then nothing back the other direction. So, thankfully we did bring 2 shovels.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption.
And also, thankfully, there's no battle in this hallway. Go ahead and take that gold. Alright, I am more than a little nervous here. Let's get our torch all the way up.
A blazing star is born.
And you know what? Let's heal our party. Alright, let's do this. We are going to have to worry about this cauldron. But our Hellion should be able to break whoever's in here loose. I don't know how much damage we need to do to it. Oh, her stun resist is real high. Well, never mind that. Alright, 6 damage. We can't possibly have to do 21 points of damage to release our party member. That is actually absurd. Alright, well, let's just debuff her as much as is possible. Really get her HP. Oh no, she just can't get debuffed. Fantastic. Well, she has 60% resist. I'm beginning to think that perhaps I should have brought an Arbalist. If I could keep my Houndmaster for any length of time, this would be a non-issue. Alright, he's got to get healed. That 20 points of healing feels real good. Please stop this. Oh, this battle is going to take 100 years. Six damage from our Vestal. I really don't want our Vestal to be our primary boss damage dealer, but there's no one else that can free our Houndmaster from from the cauldron conveniently. Yeah, I figured she would resist the move. Okay, well, this isn't the worst, but I am quite concerned for our Houndmaster at present. Yeah, I could do without the text every 2 seconds. Also, the fact that it does, like, 1,000,000 damage a turn is, like, infuriating to me, actually. Why? Every action does 3 damage to our Houndmaster. Jesus. Not our Hellion. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Well, please, no. Take all the time you would like. This is certainly going sideways. How many attacks does she get every round? Like 12? Five damage. We still need 8 more to free our Hellion before she dies. Yes, I get it. Meat tenderizer. My party's dying. I have bigger concerns at present. Fantastic.
Facing the abyss.
Well, I probably should have party healed there, honestly. Yeah, because now our Hellion's gonna go to Death's Door. In the cauldron.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness reveal themselves.
I wonder if they can't die in the cauldron.
Perched at the very precipice of oblivion.
Alright, 10 damage. I should probably retreat, admittedly. I gotta get him back into a position where he can heal. Well, never mind. Oh, don't kill my Hellion. God damn it.
Another life wasted in the pursuit of glory and gold.
Now I have to try and free my occultist before I can retreat. Which isn't going to happen. So I just lost 2 party members
Sin is not
again.
in being outmatched, but in failing to recognize it.
And we lost the trinkets that he had. Well,
A setback,
that is
but not the end of things.
infinitely disappointing. And we got nothing but, like, negative quirks, basically. Neat. Oh, the salt is real.
Cast out from the civilized world, these men may yet be of use to us.
Leper colony, huh? So, presumably, I get 2... Or I get my choice of 2 lepers? Neither of which are that interesting to me, honestly. How's our stagecoach look? Well,
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery.
we got a Hellion back anyway, and I'm going to take this highwayman, unequip all of our trinkets. We didn't lose the trinkets our occultist had on him? That is surprising to me. Okay. Well, where are we at stress-wise? These two have got to go. We'll only drink. Of course you will. Because all of you are just intent on driving me insane. Alright. Well, there we go. There's that. Yet another failed adventure. I guess next time we have to go for gold. So that's gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button. As always, feedback is welcome in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.